Going up, it's just, you're constantly wondering if you're going too hard and if you're going to die. So, like they say, it's an ultimate mental battle.
Is that what keeps bringing you back year after year, the ultimate mental battle?
Yeah, I don't care what racers show up, even if somebody shows up better than me, This is a test against yourself. Everybody that's out here is doing it, and everybody's testing themselves, and it's great.
It's called America's Ultimate Challenge. Each year, over 2,500 runners flock to Manitou Springs to challenge themselves against the mountain known as Pikes Peak. This year, runners from 46 different states and 8 foreign countries have come. They all start here and make their way towards the clouds.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Kristina Mascarenas, welcome back to the Steep Stuff Podcast. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you, James?
Good. So excited to catch up. It's been a minute since I feel like you came on in like kind of the very beginning of the podcast. So it's been probably about a year, a little bit over that. So excited to catch up and see what you've been up to this summer. It looks like quite a lot. And chat about Pikes Peak as well. This will be, how many times have you run this race? I mean, I know how many times you've won it. It's 3 times the marathon. Am I correct on that? That's what the stats said on Ultra Sign Up.
Yeah, so I've done it a total of 8 times.
It is 8, okay.
Yeah, 2 of them were ascents because the first time I ran it was just the ascent. And then I had a broken foot all summer and I just got the boot off and I didn't want to miss out. So I just kind of power hiked the ascent just for fun.
Was this one also a bet to prove it to your brother as well, or no?
No, I wish. But he's like, well, if there's no harm, it's like 0 impact. You might as well go have fun, earn some cookies. I was like, all right, we'll do it.
Fair enough. I got to ask you, I think this is probably the most important question of this conversation. Like, what does this race mean to you? I mean, it's got to be so important.
Yeah. Oh, it's home turf. It's where we train. I have so many fond memories on that mountain with my family and my brother and a bunch of my training partners. It's just, every time I pass like a certain rock at Lightning Rock, I think of a story that was told there. Or if I pass Brian's tree is what we dubbed it. Sometimes Jesse jumps out and scares the daylights out of you. Like, it's just, it's home. It's our playground. And you look at it every day when you wake up, and I watch the sunset over it every night. And to miss the race there I would be so sad to miss it.
Yeah, no, it's so special. I mean, one of the things Kathy and I had talked about so many times when, we did board meetings and stuff like that was just, you got brought up a lot. And also just the generational stuff with so many of your family members being involved with the race and stuff like that. It's just very special. It's very cool that like, it's such a cool hometown race for you.
Yeah. At our last family gathering, I told everyone that they need to start training today because next year we're all going to do it. So I'm trying to get my mom to do it and then my middle niece to do it. And then me and my stepdad wants to do it. And then my uncle who lives in Seattle might come out and do it. So I was like, we need to get as many family members on the peak as humanly possible. So I planted the seed early so that way they can train for it.
All right. 2026. That'll be, I think is that the 70th anniversary of the ascent. So it'd be 71st for the marathon, 70th for the ascent. That would be, yeah, you got to do it. That'd be amazing. It's like 3 generations on the mountain.
Yeah. I was missing the anniversary, but now we can just do the ascent. They'll be happy. They only have to go up.
There you go. Yeah, they don't have to run down. All right, so let's get into it. Obviously, it's been a really busy season for you. You've had a fantastic finish at the Broken Arrow 23K. You've been racing a decent, like not a crazy amount, but you've been getting out there and winning races. Like you won BTMR. how has the season overall felt for you? Like, does it seem like one block after another and you're feeling really healthy? Do you feel tired? Like, how has things kind of played out?
I still feel like I'm a little bit tired. 2024 kind of beat me up flying internationally so many times. I feel like I just needed to stay local and catch up on sleep and let the body heal a little bit. And then I had a DNF at Black Canyon, so I was just pretty sad. So I pulled back from racing a little bit, and I've just kind of tried to race anything that sounds fun to me. So I'm habitually rehabbing a left foot that just like won't get better. So hopefully this winter I can take some time off and really get that fully healed. But with what I have and what I was coming off of, I feel like I've done pretty good. So
amazing.
Yeah. Mountain race is another one where you just can't miss it. Those aid stations are so funny. They're worth just going just to view.
Absolutely. Let's talk. I don't want to get too deep into Black Canyon because we moved on. I want to move on quick from that one. We don't want to talk about DNFs. I'm just curious, like, what the hell made you want to run like 100K? Was it just like curiosity, or like what was this?
Yeah, I think it was curiosity. And a lot of people have just told me, like, you have a forever gear that you can just sit in forever. Like, you should just try it out, see how it goes. Like, my fatigue resistance is pretty high. And I'm not saying it's not. It just wasn't my day. I mean, even the first mile felt way too hard for the pace. It was just one of those days where you wake up and the body's like, no, thank you. And I just kept tripping over stuff. And once the golden ticket was like so far out of reach, I was just like, why am I going to go keep falling on my face in the desert? So I did end up calling it like mile 50, 52 or something like that, because it just seems not the best idea to continue.
I can't help but ask, you said the word golden ticket. Like, if you would have gotten it, you would have gone to Western?
Oh, hell no. But it's something that like you want to just see, you know, because it's something that's highly coveted, obviously. And so I definitely wouldn't run 100 miles. Not definitely. I probably wouldn't run 100 miles. And I don't know. It's just something to shoot for. It's like an Olympic like qualifier for the marathon. Like, you're probably not going to go to the Olympics, but you want to hit that trial time, right? It's just like a
fair enough
thing.
Yeah. No, fair enough. So what did you think after that? Do you think you'll ever go back and try it again or no?
I strongly disliked running the desert. So I don't know that I would try that one, but if there's a more mountainous one that was 100K, that would definitely call to me more. So maybe I'll look at canyons or something like that. I'll definitely have to finish 100K at some point, just so 80-year-old Tina can look back and not have to wonder if I could, you know. So, but we'll see. I would like to do something more in the mountains. I'm not a desert girl.
Fair enough. Now, listen, you know, I got to commend you for taking the swing. You know, a lot of people will probably wonder, you know, if they don't wind up doing it, like, you know, what would have it been like if I didn't give it a crack? So good on you for giving it a try and seeing. I'm glad we got you back in the sub ultra though. That's where we claim you. You know, you're part of our team. So
this is what happens. I love to just run hard and be done by lunch. I don't want to miss lunch. I for sure don't want to miss dinner. Like,
it's true.
I don't want to run that long.
Let's get into Broken Arrow. So I got to ask you the question, especially having made a world's team in the past, why, like, I'm just out of curiosity, why not the Broken Arrow 46K this year? Why the 23K?
Man, I asked myself that a bunch of times, and I still do. And I think it comes back to that DNF. And I was like, I just need to run shorter. Like, I need to like pull it back and go somewhere I'm comfortable and just like run hard. And I was like, I can for sure run hard for 13 miles. So I was like, I don't know if I can run hard for, 26 miles right now. So I think, unfortunately, I did it from a place of not trusting my racing. Like, I look back, I'm like, oh, it would have been so fun to do it. And it was the year to do it, right? There was no snow. It wasn't crazy. It was fast. It was runnable, which is my jam. But yeah, I was just in not a good mental space to run that distance. And I love the Golden Trail series, and the whole weekend out there is so fun. So I didn't want to fully miss out. So I was like, okay, we'll just do the 23K and go enjoy the weekend and cheer everybody on.
It's amazing. It's crazy that we were in a year where the 46K was almost as, like, the 23K and 46K were both the most competitive races on the day. Same with the Ascent. Like, it was all insanely competitive. Usually the 23K on the weekend is usually the most competitive, which is wild. But, this time around, it seemed like every distance was just kind of bananas with the Golden Trail. What did you take away from it coming back to Golden Trail and racing? Like, was it just as exciting as it had been in previous years? Like, what were the emotions like for you?
Yeah, it was exciting, and I love seeing everybody there, like all the so fun and it's just such good energy. But yeah, I was kicking myself for not doing the 46K. So a little bit of regret for sure. Cause while I don't want to run all day, I am a little better, a little longer. So it just kind of makes you wonder like, oh, what could I have done? But I will say, flying down that dirt road on fresh legs was amazing. Like you could just cook into that finish. So that was really a good ego boost for me, because with my foot being all messed up, I was like, maybe I just can't run downhill anymore. But I was like, oh no, your last K was like a 450. Like you're fine.
That's insane. Oh man, it's so I know it had to have been a good feeling. Top 15 result in such a stacked group. Like that's it was an amazing group of women that were out there throwing down. Yeah. What were your thoughts on that? Were you happy with the result?
No, it's so hard to say, because no matter how stacked the field is, like to place outside the top 10 is just kind of a hard pill to swallow, even if you know it's a good place. Like my logical brain is like, you did well, you ran fast. Like I was trying to like really latch on to the positives. But at the end of the day, that like 14th place is just kind of like, well, it's a big number. So
Still amazing. We're all hard. Listen, we're all hard on ourselves. I get it. I get it.
Well, we wouldn't be here if we were satisfied with anything other than like a podium, for real. Like you would just get one and then be like, all done, and move on.
It's true. They keep coming back for more. Let's get into Pikes. Let's talk Pikes and BTMR. You came out to BTMR, absolutely demolished that course. Had an amazing day. Got the dub. Obviously, probably a nice little tune-up for a race like Pikes Peak, especially being on the same trail and things like that. How did BTMR feel for you? Was that just a nice day out? Like good workout? How did you treat it? Like, was it more a race effort for you or a workout?
Yeah, so it was a bit more of a workout for me. So I didn't taper in. And I've got some good friends that I have a friendly competition with, and they specifically told me they wanted to beat me. So I was like, all right, well, it's going to be a really hard workout then. And so I went in and I felt pretty dead on the climb. That was probably one of my worst climbs I've had in a long time. I got up probably a minute and a half or two slower. But I felt great. I just like wasn't snappy because I wasn't tapered. And so I just turned around and everybody was so fun. I just remember saying hi to everyone and just flying down. And then all of a sudden I was like on hydro. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I just blanked out that whole descent. And I was able to actually get like a 30-second PR. So that's really good considering how bad my climb was. So it was a big ego boost for me. I was like, okay, like your fueling is going well. Like you can still turn the legs over if you need to. So it was so much fun.
Whoa. So 30-second PR, especially for all the times that you've ran on that trail too. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, so 36, like probably not like, I did get a few like crowns if you were looking at or segments on Strava for me, but like just overall 30 seconds. So I don't know, because I feel like those big boulders are a little cumbersome to get around. Like you kind of have to slow down and make sure you're not going to like topple anybody over because you can't see past one of them. So, and the trail's open, and I never want to be that person that like takes out a child or something.
It's not good PR. Especially for you. Multiple time champion takes out kid. Not a good headline.
Yeah. Oh my, only their mom would be screaming at me and I'd be crying. It would be a hot mess.
Oh God. All right. Last year you missed this race. You didn't come out to race just because Golden Trail and it was Mammoth last year. It was a busy summer. This year, you're obviously coming back. I got to ask you about this. Like, were you happy to miss it last year, especially given the fact that it was shortened?
Do you know what? The fact that it was shortened made it easier to swallow that I missed it. But it would have been like a slightly longer Barr Trail Mountain Race, which I do love too. So I guess once you sign up for something, you just have to be willing to accept whatever that race presents itself on that day. Like, is it going to be 98 degrees? Are you going to get stung in the face by a bee? Is it going to get shortened? Is it going to snow? So it's all part of the game.
Have you looked at forecasts for this year at all? I haven't checked anything. Like, I know we're still a little far out, but I'm just so curious as to what, like, I hope we do not get snow this year or like any crazy weather. I hope it's just a beautiful day in the mountains for you guys.
Yeah, honestly, I would pick a little snow over like 90. It's easier to fuel.
That's true. That's the only thing is it's like, I wonder from a risk profile perspective, if it does snow a little bit, if they it's one thing for the ascent, but if for the marathon, if they would let people up there, like, I don't know if they would be willing to do it. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. That's true. Running down. Well, there was a little bit of snow in 2023.
Yeah, you're right. There was.
And I was super worried. So I wore really like shoes I wasn't super comfortable in, but they had better grip. And my feet were on fire by the end. I will not do that again. I'm just going to wear my normal shoes because it wasn't that slippery up there. I knew better. I just like psyched myself out. But yeah, that last mile had a couple stretches of decent snow accumulation.
Wow. So with that though, what shoes will you wear for this year? Or what are you going to go for from a shoe selection wise?
I'll probably do the Salomon Pulsar Pros. I have one pair left. I bought a ton before they kind of stopped making them, and I'm on my last pair, so I don't know what I'm going to do after this. This might be their last race. I'm in the market.
Oh, man, if there's a Salomon rep listening to this, guys.
Please help. I'm unwell.
So this would be, I mean, I got to ask the question, like, this would be your 4th win. What would that mean to you to win this race again?
Oh, it would be so cool. It's just, I don't know. I feel like you got to defend your home turf a little bit. And there's so many fast women in Colorado Springs. So I'm sure it would stay here, I guess, because there's not a big international competition field that I know of.
Yet.
Yeah. So it would just mean a lot. And I don't know. I like to make arbitrary marks, and it would maybe be cool to get 5 wins or something like that. And then I could be like, all right, that's enough.
I mean, it's kind of cool though. Like you think about it, I haven't had this conversation with John yet either, but it's kind of neat because like you'd be going for 4. Would he be going for 4 or 5? I think he'd be going for 4 as well, which is kind of crazy. Like you guys are up there, like that's history in the race, you know, like you're up there in the discussions then with, you know, your Matt Carpenters of the world and your Joes and people that have, you know, set records and done amazing things like, you know, in the race in its own right. Is that a little weird? Like when you think about your name being like synonymous with that race, like it's kind of a crazy thing to be wrapped up in the history of it.
Yeah. Oh, I just feel like I couldn't even start to put my name in the same category as Matt Carpenter. Hasn't he won it like 10 times?
I have no idea. I should know this, but especially because I want to interview him one day, I should know.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think it's might even be more than that. It's crazy, but
so insane.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, in the sense where any person that's won more than 3 times, I think it's a even if you won, you know, in the 3-time range, it's a conversation where you're a multiple time winner of the race. You know, you get into that conversation of, you know, the greats and people that have raced this race, which is kind of cool.
Oh, well, thanks. It was funny. I was running Broken Arrow or Breakneck Point when it was the qualifier for Worlds. And I wasn't really mentioned except for in this little blurb at the bottom of this like write up. And it was like, and then Kristina Mascarenas, she's a little bit of a backyard Betty, but she's won a few things. And so every time I win Pikes Peak, I'm like, well, I'm just backyard Betty out here running my backyard, you know, only doing my bread and butter races.
That's actually really funny. I can't believe they said that.
Yeah. And so, yeah, every time I win it, I'm kind of like, yep, you know, your regular backyard Betty.
On that, though, do you feel the pressure then, because Pikes Peak you do have so dialed, it is your backyard peak. Do you feel not just the pressure to win a race like this, but do you feel pressure to perform outside of Pikes Peak as well?
Yeah. Well, I definitely feel pressure on Pikes Peak because I should be able to nail it every time. And everyone's human and you have a bad day. But yeah, I feel like to lose would hurt the most because I don't really mind if I gave it my all and not placing at any other race, but I feel like it would sting, particularly for this one. But I don't think anybody expects anything of me outside of this race, which is kind of nice. So I think everyone just assumes I only can run straight up and straight down, which they might be right. That's my favorite.
Listen, either way, you're an all-time great, and it's just amazing. It's an honor. Like I can't. Hopefully next year we'll be talking about the 5th win. So it's gonna be crazy where we're at. Kristina, I appreciate it so much. Thanks for coming on. This is an amazing conversation, and wishing you the best of luck in your pursuit of the 4th Pikes Peak Marathon win.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. And thanks for all of your fun podcasts. I really enjoyed listening to everybody that you're interviewing. So keep it up.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, before I let you go, I got one question for you, and we can cut this out if not. This is something I've been stewing on today because Jolene tested positive. I wanted to get your take, especially on from the Golden Trails. And like I said, we can cut this out. This is doesn't have to go in. I just wanted to get your take on it because you've raced the Golden Trail series, and this is like a really important time in our sport. Like, what are your thoughts on it?
Man, so I have so many mixed emotions on this. I feel sad that we live in a world where Jolene needs this prize money so desperately to feed her family and to make a life for herself, and that she's in a position where almost that you would do anything to make sure your kids are okay. And so my heart bleeds for it, but I don't know how to set up a system that doesn't reward winning when it's a competition. And I'm glad that they're doing testing. I'm glad that she got caught. I do think doping is more rampant than people want to talk about. Like if you go from nowhere or placing in your age group to winning and you're past your 30s, like I'm pretty suspicious.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and they cut her off cold turkey, right? Like,
yeah, she was dropped.
thing. But I mean, there have been other athletes that didn't get dropped that have tested positive. So I feel like there needs to be a standard.
I agree.
Fair.
Yeah, it's an interesting place in the sport. It hit me near and dear too. I was thinking about it because you're right. Like Jolene was in a place where, and there's a lot to this. Like I've had some conversations with athletes I won't talk about, like in regards to anti-doping and just in regards to Kenyan runners specifically. And I think there's a lot of situations that people don't understand with managers and with coaches, and where you got to remember, like, and not you, but like just the audience, but like, man, like people, Kenya's in a lot of places very poor. And when you have to provide for your family, and where a lot of times you'll get into these coaching situations or managers or coaches will take advantage of you monetarily. That's so common. And it's for a lot of Kenyan athletes, unfortunately. And it puts you in a weird spot. And then when it comes to the doping perspective, it's like, yeah, you doped and we know, and like you took it willing, like but at the same time, like, is that your only way out? Is your coach, pushing that? Cause the coach that got, her coach, the same, I forget what his name is, Robert something, who tested positive, at, Series NL in 2022, he was his coach as well. So it's like a super common thing amongst the coaches. So it's kind of crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, the coach athlete dynamic is a tricky one. I mean, you look at any high level sport, like all the gymnastic stuff that came out, now all of this doping stuff. It's just the power dynamic is not fair.
Yeah.
So sad all the way around. I feel bad for the athletes that were cheated of their podiums and of their money. And my heart goes out to I don't know, to so many people. And then part of me is a little bit mad. I'm like, well, no wonder I get 14th place. I'm clean, work full time.
Yeah, no, serious. Well, that's the thing. And you're not the only person that says that, and it makes a lot of sense. And I would be angry too. It's a weird position. It's a weird spot. And I hope we can just as a community, we can continue to either build a framework for more anti-doping or do something, maybe an out of season testing pool that we can figure out. But yeah, I appreciate your perspective. I was just so curious, just because it happened to come out today and we just happened to be chatting, and I was like curious to see what your thoughts were. So,
oh yeah, definitely. It has been a hot topic today. I mean, I've gotten it sent to me by like 3 or 4 people, and I've sent it to a few people. And so I've been talking about it since I found out as well. And I mean, I think we do need to continue talking about it because it's obviously a big issue.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Kristina, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Happy anniversary. And, we'll be in touch. Good luck, and hope to chat with you after Pikes Peak.
Awesome. Yeah. Hope to see you there. Crush your Cirque series in Seattle.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Take care.
Bye.